Welcome to History with Herodotus, where we delve into the vast expanse of human experience, navigating the intricate tapestry of time and uncovering the hidden treasures of our collective past. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey to the ancient settlement of Catalhöyük, a place that has captivated the imagination of archaeologists and historians for centuries. Located in the heart of modern-day Turkey, Catalhöyük is a site of unparalleled significance, offering a unique glimpse into the lives of our ancestors who lived over 9,000 years ago. We find ourselves in the midst of the Neolithic Revolution, a period of profound transformation that saw the emergence of settled agriculture, the domestication of plants and animals, and the development of complex societies. It is against this backdrop that we encounter the earliest stirrings of human civilization, as people began to transition from nomadic hunter-gatherer lifestyles to more sedentary forms of existence. In the Fertile Crescent, a region that arcs across modern-day Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Israel, and parts of Turkey and Egypt, we find the cradle of agriculture. It was here, around 10,000 years ago, that people first began to domesticate wheat, barley, and legumes, laying the foundation for the rise of complex societies. The introduction of farming allowed for the production of surplus food, which in turn enabled the growth of populations, the development of specialized labor, and the emergence of social hierarchies. As we move through the Neolithic period, we witness the proliferation of settlements across the Fertile Crescent, each with its own unique character and cultural practices. We see the rise of places like Catalhöyük in southeastern Turkey, where archaeologists have uncovered evidence of sophisticated irrigation systems, and the settlement of Jericho in the West Bank, which boasts some of the earliest examples of monumental architecture. It is within this vibrant cultural landscape that we find the precursors to Catalhöyük, settlements like Göbekli Tepe, also in modern-day Turkey, which dates back an astonishing 11,000 years. This enigmatic site, with its T-shaped pillars and intricate carvings, speaks to a deep sense of spirituality and artistic expression among our ancient ancestors. The people who built Göbekli Tepe were likely hunter-gatherers, but their monumental architecture and elaborate rituals suggest a level of complexity and sophistication that challenges our conventional views of the rise of civilization. As we approach the time period in which Catalhöyük flourished, we find ourselves in the midst of a dynamic and rapidly changing world. The climate is warming, and the ice sheets that once covered much of Europe and North America are retreating. The consequences of this climatic shift are far-reaching, leading to changes in vegetation patterns, the distribution of animals, and the availability of resources. It is against this backdrop of environmental flux that we see the emergence of new forms of human adaptation as people begin to settle in one place, cultivate crops, and domesticate animals. As we delve deeper into the world of Catalhöyük, we find ourselves in the midst of a thriving settlement that flourished from around 7,500 to 5,700 BCE. This ancient city, situated on the Konya Plain in modern-day Turkey, was home to a population of approximately 5,000 to 10,000 people, making it one of the largest human settlements of its time. The inhabitants of Catalhöyük lived in densely packed mud brick houses, often with multiple stories, and shared narrow streets that wound through the city like a labyrinth. One of the most striking features of Catalhöyük is its lack of grand public architecture, such as temples or palaces. Instead, the city's social and religious life seems to have revolved around the individual households, each with its own distinctive character and ritual practices. For example, excavations have uncovered a plethora of elaborate wall paintings and sculptures within the homes, depicting scenes of hunting, agriculture, and mythological creatures. These vibrant artworks not only attest to the artistic skill of the Catalhöyük inhabitants, but also provide a unique window into their spiritual and symbolic world. As we explore the daily lives of the people who lived in Catalhöyük, we find evidence of a sophisticated economy based on agriculture, animal husbandry, and trade. The city's strategic location allowed its inhabitants to control the flow of goods and ideas between the East and the West, making it a crucial hub in the ancient Near Eastern network. Archaeological findings have revealed a wide range of imported materials, including obsidian from central Anatolia, flint from the Levant, and ceramics from the Mediterranean region. These exotic goods not only demonstrate the city's extensive trade connections, but also highlight the resourcefulness and adaptability of its inhabitants. The people of Catalhöyük were skilled farmers, cultivating crops such as wheat, barley, and legumes, and raising animals like sheep, goats, and cattle. Their agricultural practices were likely influenced by the region's semi-arid climate, which required careful management of water resources and soil fertility. Excavations have uncovered evidence of sophisticated irrigation systems, including canals and channels that brought water from nearby streams to the city's fields. This ingenious use of technology allowed the inhabitants of Catalhöyük to thrive in an environment that would have been challenging for many other ancient societies. As we examine the social structure of Catalhöyük, we find a complex web of relationships and hierarchies that are still not fully understood. The city's lack of monumental architecture and formalized institutions suggests a more egalitarian society, where decision-making power was distributed among various households and community leaders. However, the presence of elaborate burials and ritual practices within some of the homes implies a level of social differentiation, with certain individuals or families holding greater status and influence than others. The famous excavator of Catalhöyük, James Mellart, once noted that the people of Catalhöyük were not just farmers, they were artists, craftsmen, and traders, living in a city that was a microcosm of the ancient world. This observation is borne out by the stunning array of artifacts uncovered at the site, including intricately carved stone figurines, ornate jewelry, and beautifully crafted ceramics. These objects not only demonstrate the technical skill and artistic flair of the Catalhöyük inhabitants, but also provide a poignant reminder of the city's place within the broader cultural landscape of the ancient Near East. The city's wall paintings, for example, depict a range of mythological creatures including lions, bulls, and hybrid beings with human and animal features. These enigmatic images seem to have played a central role in the spiritual and ritual practices of the Catalhöyük inhabitants, perhaps representing ancestral figures, supernatural beings, or symbolic embodiments of natural forces. The excavation of Catalhöyük has also shed light on the city's funerary practices, which were characterized by a remarkable level of complexity and variability. The dead were often buried beneath the floors of their homes, sometimes with elaborate grave goods and personal adornments. In one notable example, a woman was found buried with a collection of ornate jewelry, including beads, pendants, and a beautifully crafted gold earring. This discovery not only highlights the importance of personal ornamentation in Catalhöyük society, but also underscores the city's connections to wider networks of trade and cultural exchange. As the centuries passed, Catalhöyük's prosperity began to wane, and the city eventually declined, with the final occupation layers dating back to around 5700 BC. The reasons for this decline are still debated among archaeologists, but it is believed that a combination of factors, including climate change, soil degradation, and shifting trade patterns, may have contributed to the city's eventual abandonment. Despite its decline, Catalhöyük's legacy endured, with its innovative urban planning, sophisticated art, and complex social structures influencing the development of subsequent civilizations in the region. The site was eventually forgotten, and it wasn't until the 20th century that archaeologists rediscovered Catalhöyük, with James Mellart's excavations in the 1950s and 1960s bringing the city back into the spotlight. Today, Catalhöyük is remembered as a pioneering example of human ingenuity and creativity, with its remarkable art, architecture, and cultural achievements continuing to inspire wonder and awe. As archaeologist Ian Hodder has noted, Catalhöyük shows us that even in the earliest cities, humans were capable of creating complex, vibrant societies that were full of art, symbolism, and social experimentation. The site has been recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 2012, acknowledging its significance as a cultural and historical treasure. Visitors from around the world can now walk through the reconstructed streets and houses, marveling at the vivid wall paintings and intricate artifacts on display. Catalhöyük's influence can also be seen in modern art, architecture, and design, with its innovative use of space, color, and symbolism continuing to inspire creatives today. Its legacy serves as a powerful reminder of the ingenuity, creativity, and resilience of our ancestors, who were capable of creating thriving, complex societies even in the most challenging environments. As we look to the future, we would do well to draw inspiration from Catalhöyük's example, embracing innovation, experimentation, and social cooperation as we strive to build a better world for ourselves and future generations. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that, to understand the present, we must first understand the past.